Okay, I'm going to show you how I made this dark ambient sound on the Elmyra 2. Let's give it a listen. So the Elmyra 2 is a semi-modular drone synth by Neutral Labs. You can make a variety of soundscapes with it, and that's what I really enjoy about this modular here. So we're going to get started on the patch here and just kind of just run through what does what and how the synth works. So starting off, we have voice 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have voice 2 and voice 4 disabled, so you don't hear any sound coming through those, but we can still use the effects. So in the recent firmware, update 2.3, you can there's like a variety of like effects and just new like modulations you can do. So voice 2 and voice 4, the sounds are disabled, but the effects can be routed into voice 3 and voice 1. So we press the page button, and you can see this purple light here, and that indicates the wave shaper is active. So voice 2 and voice 4, they both have wave shapers. That's what's giving voice 1 and voice 3 their the deep, like just rumbly, like just distorted sound. Another thing to add is the new update is we press page on voice 1. We have this bright green, and that's the dual oscillator. I'll just show you how it works. This is my favorite effect. So the dual oscillator is just simply that. You have two oscillators going on at the same time. So that this mod switch, you can change like the semitones and the octave, and you can make really interesting like drone sounds with it. So when it comes to like making patches, like patches and patch cables and things like that, semi-modular, simplicity is key. So sometimes having like 3 to 4 cables is all you need to make the best sound possible. So starting with the pink cable, we have LFO2 connected to the wave. So we're telling the LFO2 to modulate the wave. So that's what we're changing the waveform. And with waveforms, you have like a variety of sounds. So sine, square, triangle, saw wave, etc. And my favorite would have to be the triangle. I really enjoy triangle sounds. I'm not sure what sound wave it's on right now, but the LFO is just changing it. It makes it very modulated and just abstract. So the red cable is connected to the filter. We have the filter effect. There's cutoff and resonance. So resonance adds that boost in the frequency range, and you can really hear it when it makes those high treble screechy sounds. And that's why I like to just add a little bit of noise and variation in my dark ambient works. So we can demonstrate that right now. We have LFO1 basically modulating the resonance. It also helps just to turn the knob as well. Right next to the filter is the delay unit, is a delay section. So we have time, feedback, and mix. So time is like the length. Feedback is how many echoes you want, and then the mix is just how much wet, dry signal in there. I have it at a level where it's not too overwhelming, and the delay is really fun to use. In the mod PFX, you also have a built-in reverb as well. So there's a reverb in there as well that gives it like an echo, a space. And right next to the filter, we have the ouch circuit. So you have choke and bite. Bite is basically the distortion, and then the choke is basically like the starve unit. It kind of takes away from the sound, and it makes it kind of gritty, which is good. In some cases, like you don't want to have like a smooth sound, you want it like rough. But yeah, LFOs are very important when it comes to just making something like just changing and evolving all the time. It's really amazing. So yeah, last but not least, we have this black cable, and the black cable is connected to LFO2. We're gonna just plug it in here and see what happens. And so what LFO2 is telling voice 3 to do, LFO2 is basically opening and closing the gate. So you have voice 1 just giving in the low end and just the rumbly like variations, and then every once in a while, momentarily, you have voice 3 jumping in and out of the mix, and it gives it like an interesting sound. It's not too boring. It gives you like just various things to listen to. It's not just one tone. You have various like other sounds just cascading together, and just it's very good. So I'm very proud of this patch, and I plan to like just expand and evolve in this. I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, I'll make some more patch videos in the future. I've got a couple other tips to show in a little bit, so we're just gonna do a quick jam first, and then yeah, we'll get to the tips. One more thing I forgot to add. So voice 3, we select the page. We have white noise added in here. So you don't just have just the regular sound going through. So with voice 4 routed into voice 3, we have the wave shaper. And then in voice 3, we also have the white noise. So the really interesting thing about routing is you can use more than one effect. On the previous version, you can only use one effect per voice, but this routing option gives you an opportunity to mix two different like effects. So we have white noise. If we turn it all the way up, you just have the white noise. Make no mistake about white noise. It may sound just obnoxious at first, but if you mess with the filters and you just know how to like channel it in the right way, you can make a variety of like otherworldly sound effects with white noise. So I added white noise onto voice 3, and it gave that sound like just kind of like a warm, raspy kind of sound. So it's not just a sound just kind of popping in. It has different textures and variations, and yeah, that's what I really enjoy about the Elmyra 2. You can make more than just synthesized sounds. You can also create a variety of just textures, and they can just clash and mix with one another, and it's really amazing. Like, the possibilities are endless with this unit. So we're gonna go on to the tips. Let's see here. We're gonna move this out of the way. Why am I showing you these guitar pedals? So they're more than just effects for guitar. You can also use them for synthesizers as well, and it's just they can make your sound better or worse. Experimentation is key. So sometimes the built-in effects can do good, and they do very well. And you can also like beef up your synthesizer sounds with just different types of distortion, fuzz, EQ, reverb, delay, pitch shifting, all that kind of stuff. It's all about experimentation and things like that. So just gonna leave you on that note.